This is Dr. David Schein, and welcome to Business Law 101. So one of the things that we've already talked about is what happens when things don't work out and you have a breach of contract. I unfortunately am a very active business person. I have real estate, and I can tell you if you've got real estate, you're going to have contractors work for you, and periodically they don't do what they're supposed to do. And so I actually have a lawsuit pending against a contractor for breach of contract. The next part of this chapter talks about different types of damages. And one of the ones, I'm not even sure why they included this because, again, it's an extremely rare situation. But you go through a whole trial and the jury looks at you and says, hey, you know what? You're right, but we don't really care. You're not entitled to any money. So that's called nominal damages. And there's a very famous nominal damage case. If you're a big sports fan, you may be familiar with this case. But there was a startup football league that was going to take on the NFL. And they were serving different cities, either with an additional sports team or with a sports team that for a city that did not already have a football team. And the thing got off to a rough start. It never really got rolling, and it failed. And the wealthy people who were behind these startup teams put together and sued the National Football League, the Fox network, some other TV networks, the ESPN and all this, and said, hey guys, you have not allowed us to legally compete. You have violated the antitrust laws, and we're entitled to damages. So they sued for millions and millions of damages because the losses were, I'm sure, around $20 million for this startup league. But in any event, when the jury heard the case, the jury said, yeah, they were mean to you, but we're only going to give you $1 because you were so badly operated and you were so badly structured, you were going to fail anyway. So, yeah, they helped you, but it doesn't really make any difference. So it's a very famous case of nominal damages. Compensatory damages are pretty much the same as what we talked about in the previous module regarding torts. Compensatory damages cover your out-of-pocket costs and easy to calculate costs, lost wages, medical bills, that kind of stuff. And then there's certainly special aspects to this if somebody did it on purpose versus accidentally, things like that. This is Dr. David D. Schein for Business Law 101. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform.